a chicken dinner. But now moving on to game number 2 today. This is Miramar, ladies and gentlemen. And the flight path will be shown starting from the left to the right side of the screen. From the side of La Drillera. Oh man, it's always a tongue twister, right? And up to Campo Militar.
Stop dilly-dally, we straight into the action pack now. Some of the team already dropped themselves. Blacklist International will be the first one to drop from the plane. But I do want to see the circle will actually be the variables that there is for the result and outcome of the game itself. If the circle is kind, it will be a beautiful centralized circle, but chances they will be kind of, we saw it yesterday. Impala was right smack in the middle, like 40% of water. We're talking about the map with the least water. It happens to be have the most water ratio in the circle usually, or sometimes. Hopefully it won't resort to that. But back about the game, Opozo kind of heavily crowded there. YG, Young Galacticos apparently sharing the same compound as RRQ Athena. Bigetron, Red Alien seems like hovering around Los Leones, or maybe just dropped by Bigetron, but this is just a perfect circle. It's just reachable for all the teams out there, but nobody dropped into the southern side at all. So very crowded for the northern side. It's gonna be a great hustle for them to push themselves into Picado later on.
Perfect circle. Okay, I reserve my comment there. But well, yes, it is going to be a nice circle for all these teams. 100% land, as we can see. So that also means that the challenge for these teams will be the high grounds. We have seen a lot of the Thai teams, especially, they do know their way around the high grounds and defy gravity using vehicles or anything they can find, really, to go to those peaks that a lot of people won't expect them to do. Now, that will really test the knowledge of the terrain on Miramar. We may get to see a little bit of that as we move along with the game.
We're gonna have to wait and see. At the same time, looking all the teams so far are not showing the compound. I do want to see what happens in El Pozo. We do see YG versus RRQ, but around St. Martin here will be actually populated by Illuminate the Murder. Illuminate the Murder got himself already in the World League slot. It seems like they are backing off a bit when they're playing here. Not as aggressive as they used to be because they are the number one Thailand so far. But back about the game around Monte Nuevo, we have Bigetron Era, who's actually at 16th place in the overall leaderboard. They need to do something here today. If they slack off a little bit more, or even if one minuscule of mistake here been done, they will be in a very huge disadvantage. I'm talking about catching up to the top 3 teams. We only have 2 slots left there for the World League later on, and the top 2 right now are the teams that are not having themselves in a World League slot yet. And mind you that the bar is set very high this time. We're talking about minimum to have is 3 chicken dinner. They already let themselves double chicken dinner for all 3 teams on top of that, and triple digits there for the points. So it's a lot of catching up to do because they only have a couple of points there for Team Bigetron Era if they want to catch up. It's 100 over points to go up shooting straight into the first slot there. But YG and RRQ just now kind of interesting stalemate we're looking at. Back to the looting phase with Go, but RRQ seems like they are marking the territory against YG. They're not crossing that, respecting each other invisible line there, doing quite peaceful for now.
Whether it's an invisible line or whether it's a visible line, because we do see here the circle line is there. Now, just showing D2E, our ninja yesterday with a KDA of 3.5. That's pretty not bad there. And with an 80% kill damage ratio. Wow. Okay. And a lot of 8 seconds. 88.9 meter average knockdown distance as well. So lots of 8s going out for the side of D2E, which have been really lucky yesterday. So yeah, if you guys missed out yesterday, you really should check out the replay yesterday. It's an amazing play in Vikendi by D2E. And now showing his compatriot G9 with 40% kill to damage ratio, but way longer average knockdown distance, 148.5 with a higher KDA of 3.6.
Speaking of luck, there's no such thing as luck, just skills. That's the usual saying that they say. I have to give it a go for the players. Yeah, it's not easy to play that much patience in a game, you know, especially there's so many teams that you can just shoot it out. And we do know RRQ when it comes to the game style, they have been very aggressive. They have no way to stand out of fights, and it's so rare to see D2E yesterday to stand down into fights there. In the last moment, he did open up fire against KOG. If I'm not mistaken, it was KOG for the second team that kind of bombed into him. But here goes your RRQ stats here. You just have to say for the bad boys, beer. It's just melting everybody. Every lady's heart out there. 8.8 for the KDA. It's not just good looking, giving the bad boy vibe, you know. He's giving a lot of good skills there. Look at that stat. It's just killing the women out there.
Wow. Okay, killing the woman out there. Okay, all right. Calm down, people. Calm down. Man, not really. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, killing the woman out there. Okay, not only that.
They're hot. They're hot. Not physically. Come on. We melted.
Okay.
We melted ourselves here.
Okay, right. I'm trying to compose myself after what Choo said just now. But 8.8 KDA. He's not only killing women out there. He's also killing other players in the game as well. So he is a killer. I wonder if he's as good as being a stealer as well, so he can steal hearts as well, if you know what I mean.
Man, that's too cringy now. It doesn't work like that, but yeah, maybe one day. But back about the game, Valdemar seems like will be occupied by Blacklist, who's already making a move there across. Now Vel probably taking a longer route through the south side for a bit. While the rest of the team, they are still looting over their respective compound. We do see YG and Araki, both teams leaves El Pozo for now and going to its town straight in that direction. Look at that spray coming out from None That Box Gaming there. Hoiga, the solo king of the day, tried to connect the shots, but it's not gonna happen. It's a very long shot there. I have to give all his efforts. He's kind of trying a bit hard, but yep, it's a good effort overall.
Yeah, it's definitely a good effort. Long spray shots, well, yep, it's hard to connect that. And of course, Miramar is the biggest map of all. The range can go from really far. And now, just looking over at Bigetron. Oh, and there you go. Yuhai getting first blood there, but Bigetron, Micro Boy with the sprays go out. Taking a couple of shots onto himself. He only has Ryzen beside him, while the rest of Team Bigetron RA, they are looting in the compound nearby. Just keeping Golden Cat at bay in that small little compound.
Like you said before, overstaying yourself too much is not great, but in terms of Bigetron, Red Aliens, they kind of stocked up themselves here. Golden Cats getting themselves that structure to work with. That's a very solid compound for them to stay inside. But Bigetron, on the other hand, playing the terrains here, they're having a very wide field of vision. It seems like they are very bloodthirsty, trying to get the Golden Cat, still not giving up, not standing down, right in the line of their size there. They want to get at least a couple of kills here for Golden Cats.
Yeah, they need the kills on the board, that's for sure. They want to do ketchup, tomato sauce, salt, pepper, whatever you want to call it, right? And now, yep, looks like they're neighbors with Bigetron. Oh, they see the tab goes out. But then again, yep, not too sure if that connects. But moving over to the airdrop, looks like Leon managed to get a good amount of loot there. And Astro and the rest of Orange, they are just making those rotations for now. So no big engagement from Orange.
Oh, well, everybody's trying to play as much safe as they can. They don't want to being a bit too, you know, aggressive, sometimes making yourself to be overexposed for your positions, and that's not going to be great if there's too many teams around you. But back about the circle, seems like Blacklist having a great day. Nobody to be stand in their way. A very clear path to go from the southern side there. While Haseda El Patron is very vacant as well. Bad Boys it's actually just going parallelly the same direction as Yoodo Gang. Look at that spray coming from Golden Cats. They're trying to challenge Bigetron, but there's also another team nearby. It's gonna be Onyx and Morph as well, and this is just going downhill for them, and it's not doing great. They must be brazen while they overstate themselves right now. Onyx with just scoping over Verlo, and it's gonna be okay. But we do have so many teams around them, so they have to be extra careful and just have to meticulously approach where they want to direct their guns shooting off. Like Onyx, Nick, seems like they try to build this one out, disengage straight away. Looking at the current state now, there's too many teams around the corner. We're talking about players all left, right, and even in the center.
Yeah, they are really surrounded at this time. But oh, look at this. Looks like Bigetron Arrow. They will pass by here. Onyx just keeping eyes. They are using the terrain to their advantage for now. But yep, lots of healing that needs to happen. Now, moving back to Orange, they have secured themselves in this compound. All four of them playing really, really safe. While Talon, we do see a Pino. He is on top of the high ground. Oh, they do see a Pino there. But then again, KOG is the one tapping onto Pino, putting a lot of pressure. So Soup kind of exposed himself to the side of Orange at the same time. But he has his teammates behind him. So that's okay if anything were to happen.
We have KOG knocking on Orange's door. At the same time, they are taking their time here. We do have to mind ourselves. There's another talent player right at their backs here around La Bandita. This is a very tricky terrain to play with, uneven at that, with so many heals in between. Leon doesn't seem to have a very good visualization on that. While AK ramming it out, he wants into Bigetron Arrow's party, but he's solo right now, crashing a party there's 4 members of Bigetron Arrow here. It's not a great day for AK to be stuck, and he's been sandwiched. He put himself in a very sticky situation here. Kind of a questionable movement, but straight away being knocked down. Rocky almost take himself quite there, but AK will be the black sheep of the family for now. Luca now hopping over into a different compound. We go. KOG still knocking down on Talon's door now, but they are bailing this one now. They try to disengage instead of taking it up front.
Yeah, they better do that because, well, the circle has shown itself. But although you have 50 seconds onto the board, but then again, this is the question. Again, we always discuss this. Do you want to rotate in later or do you want to rotate earlier? So it looks like for KOG, they decide to rotate early so they can do the gatekeeping. We can see how they hang on to that high ground. So whoever comes by, they have absolute advantage. And now moving over to Illuminate versus Yoodo Gang. Yoodo Gang, they are somewhere in the compound, but they are a little bit spread out as compared to Illuminate. They are still a full squad at this high ground terrain. So as long as they can get a good idea where Yoodo Gang is, they can tap the shots in.
But still, Illuminate the murder. They got themselves already the world slots here. Are they going full out aggressive? Bigetron Micro Boy managed to pin down on Golden Cats just now, but that spray coming out from Morph versus Blacklist for the timing. Zabro is not letting them go easily. We're talking about trying to advance at the same time, trying to get the kills here. It comes to individual performer here. Zabro trying to make the plays going against Vigor, marching right in front, going forward, while the circle will still favor Picado for now. A couple of teams will rotate a little bit late here, but most of the teams right smack in the middle already, while Zabro still not giving up and keep taps on Vigor. He's really bloodthirsty. He's still trying to go for the kills.
Yep. Look at this. Tapping, but not enough to knock down yet. Still trying to find a good angle. Trying to get a pixel shot in, but nope, not good enough yet. Vigor still feeling safe here, but he will pop the ties just to give him the extra security. And now he knows he's been pinned up. His vehicle could explode anytime too. Although it's a tanky vehicle, but looks like it's burning out. And there you, oh my goodness, overstayed himself. Should have moved away because he had the tractor there, but too bad for another explosion by KOG on the side of their opponents. Orange, and now just explosions galore, one after another.
outplayed just now. That's not a great spot for Orange Esports. CG Braga tried to relocate himself, going around the corners, going on foot here on the line route, but he can take that super bike if he wants to. While Stalker trying to find himself in a pit here, while we have Concept and Boss kind of get the idea, but he sprays first. But Stalker, he didn't see the other way around, and it's a freak of a concept. And Orange full team eliminated at the last spot there. It's not gonna be a great day. It's gonna be salty about that. But back to KOG. Gonna go back to them. Concept seems like it's not over for them. Talents have their eyes on KOG for now. Super Mini 14 return the fire back across that hill there, across that mountain. Talent, Madara knocked down, bleeding out, but they still have nearby players. Pino will help his friend up at the time being. Hopefully they have smokes to pop out to make sure they have the covers.
Yeah, Talent here is still not, but now they need to check their flanks. Now Team Secret is on their side. If you look on the mini map that we can see enlarged, you can see Team Secret, they are outside of the circle, so they need to make that rotation really soon, while Talent's actually keeping eyes onto them. Now they're just exchanging shots here, but no big moves yet. These are just warning shots just to keep each other at bay. Now Taka and Luca need to keep eyes because Yuhai as well as Bui Bui looks like they are going to make that rotation. Now backups coming in, Madara as well as the final team member of Talent, Pino, but the flanks are coming up from Team Secret.
And Bu and UI try to control the tempo for the team here. They try to go for the scout first, going in duos, making sure they have each other's support. But at the same time, that gives information passing back to Mata. iShots will come in a bit late, covering from the rare side, while Pino and the rest of Talent kind of too focused on KOG. They have to remember there's a couple of other teams here just around the corner against them. Team Secret already start the initiation, bombarding on the side of Taka and Luca, tossing so many nades on that side, giving a lot of pressure, but none connected so far. Taka will not sit this one quietly. He returned back the favors there with KOG playing a little bit on the lower grounds here, trying to cover themselves with the terrain. This is the tricky part about Miramar. You have to know, very familiar with the terrain to make sure that you abused it to get it to your side of advantage. KOG will toss the nade over Team Talent. Talent kind of stuck between two teams, KOG and Secret. They are actually nitpicking way too much between these two teams that they got too much attention on themselves.
If they show themselves too much, just look at this. Who is on the other side? And other team members of Talent. So I don't know. It's a really tough call. If like you go zigzagging on top of the hill, you can expose yourself to those headshots at the same time. So it looks like Team Secret, they choose to rotate away, but the shots onto Taka. And Taka, wow, he's been knocked down by Matoy while on a moving vehicle. That is superb accuracy. But KOG not going to make it easy for Team Secret. They need to move and move quickly because the shots are now coming out of Su. But Su, he's been knocked down on Matoy, giving the cover fire, but he's been knocked down at the same time. Now Team Secret, they need to recuperate. They need to regroup. Matoy looks like he's been sent back to the lobby, unfortunately. And KOG, with that pressure, will continue on because iShots is bleeding out in the house.
Hovering over Yoodo. Gang just now fought against YG, got himself at 14 or 15 plays just now. That is a win for Yoodo Gang again. But speaking of precision, going back to Team Secret, that was on a vehicle that Mato sprays. These guys are formidable, but still they kind of caught up in a turmoil, sticky situation. iShots will be revived for now, but Team Talent have themselves hovering around Illuminate, also KOG there. There's so many teams all around the same compound. Everybody wants themselves into the top higher ground there, but Playzone just finished off Yoodo Gang. Bigetron error of getting down on Yoodo Gang as well. Well, Jumper get that grenade kill, but it seems like Yoodo Gang got themselves in a very hard spot. I do see a couple of knockdowns by the other teams here, but Drax will be finished off by the Playzone, and that's Yoodo Gang plays on the 13th place. They are actually kind of not doing well this round. Ransky spraying around into the side of Bad Boys, and Bad Boys only have one small heart to work with.
Yeah, Yoodo Gang unfortunately bowing out at 13th place. So that means minimum placement points for them from this round. Now, Box Gaming, same as well, following the path of Yoodo Gang at 12th place. And now we do see here the Bad Boys, they are pinned down right in front of them as a team. Another one behind them as well, Morph all, man. They are stuck between the two Indonesian teams. Just look at this. Just look at the position of Bad Boys. Only smoke covering them. How long can they smoke last? Morph, would they want the points? Would they want to go in there? But it's a risk of being third-partied in if they go in and try to flush them out.
And now they're stuck between two teams again. Bad Boys not doing so bad, but kind of in a bad position if you ask me right now. They don't have that much cover to work with. Like you said, the smoke won't last that long. They need to get out now. The small team arriving at this scene. It's not great to be the one that's stuck in the middle. There's so many teams close by. We hear a lot of shots, preemptive shots as that, trying to get down on Boyga here. We have Golden Cat G13 with the Scar L already waiting, knocking on Heaven's door here. Golden Cat got himself one kill there. What was he thinking? Bigetron, Arrow, just embrace the death right in front of them while KOG taking one down on Madara. Team Talent eliminated next at 10th place.
Wow. Just look at the reaction time. Just opening the door and spraying it out and immediately get a knock. Wow, really? Knocking on Heaven's door like what Choo Choo said. Amazing reaction time indeed. That was some athleticism shown by these players. And now, just look at this one compound here. RRQ, as well as another one. They are in there. And now Kuwo, looks like he's been knocked down. Calvin is still alive. Hit dead shot as well. He's been knocked down. So now Calvin will need to save teammates or hang on for positioning points. Looks like Kuwo will continue to bleed out and the shots will go out and they will very likely finish off Kuwo.
Morph and also Bad Boy touching the rim of a circle, but both teams are going the same direction. They have to cut through with each other. It's going to be a cutthroat game here. Calvin is really low and the blue is taking every single HP. He's on last thing of health, but there's no way out for him, and they place themselves at the 8th place for Bad Boys. It's just not another game for them, while Golden Cat will have G13 going against RIQ. Nongbig kind of split out with G13 right now. We have also the Red Aliens in front of them. Illuminate the mother around the corner. Seems like the only team touches the circle for now is KOG. But Team Secret UI made himself out, squeezing in the last minute here. While Morph is way out in the blue, making a move, try to migrate, transition themselves into the zone as fast as they can. We're gonna come back to them later on because we're hovering around Team Secret, who try for round 2 KOG this time. It's not great now if they're not in the circle, including Golden Cats and RIQ. And Ernie bleeding out will have Pierre to fight against so many teams of Golden Cats. He's trying to clutch it out, running around the walls, and still managed to clutch it. It was 2v1. That was amazing play by Pierre. He was 1v2 all the way.
Well, Beer should look at the camera after that fight and give a wink because he deserved that. Well, that was a really good play by Beer. Oh, okay. All right, calm down, Chuchu, calm down. Calm down. Okay, we can continue to imagine, but well, let's wait and see. It could happen because of the player cams. Thank you so much to our production team as well, by the way, for that brilliant move. And now, moving over to Illuminate, looks like he will tap on... moving on to Morph, in fact. Tapping on the side of RRQ right here. So looks like Beer and team, they need to make a move here, but Bigetron RA are their neighbors. The neighbors that they do not want. And the blue zone is a friend they do not want as well. Unfortunately, Morph keeping eagle eyes onto them. Beer trying to make a run there, but no smokes being popped out. They are going to just do it on foot. No vehicles that I can see.
RQ kind of stuck between two teams. We're talking about KOG and also Illuminate the murder. Mind you that Bigetron is also making themselves, the Red L is denying the entrance for RQ. They were forced to stay in the blue. Look at that, the Morph is denying them as well. 2 minutes taking focus on RQ. That Morph managed to get down on Beer, and that's gonna be the end of RQ. They got themselves the last chicken dinner, but they placed themselves at 6 this round. Down to Morph, having 3 men. That Secret is still alive and well. Illuminate 4 men still there. Same goes for KOG. 14 players. The alive, but they caught one down. Yuhai overexposed himself just now. Ransky already waiting on top of that rift. He didn't see that one coming, caught off guard. Yuhai is blending out with Martin for Illuminate. The murder across that map here kind of occupied himself against KOG, but the blue is shrinking furthermore into a very small circle. While Ransky managed to knock one down, another on Team Secret. This is just going chaotic, a big mess for all these 4 teams now.
Oh man, it is messy right now, and Team Secret looks like Yuhai and Brick Brother Biu have been knocked down as well. Now, only the Mommy iShots is still alive though. Can he fend off everybody here? iShots, full concentration. Level 3 helmet still intact. Level 2 helmet, unfortunately, red as just like my face when I become really shy. And now we do see here Braga with a grenade is tossed out and trying to get that pressure onto the side of all the other teams because they need to get into the circle.
Oh, the circle is being very kind to one team right now, which is Illuminate. The murder, the rest have to just hustle themselves, pincering themselves just to get a slaughter fast here on the outskirts between KOG and Morph. Jaxi is being knocked down. Zabro is quite far splitted from the rest of the team. Ransky trying to make sure he can survive as long as possible. Morph getting one down, and that's gonna be Morph straight out into the 3rd place just now, down to KOG versus 2 or 3 members of Illuminate. KOG contact just even the odds now with that knockdown. Belmont almost tried it that bad, but still spraying, getting a clean kill. Sealed the deal just now. Martin getting a rest time, but returned back by Braga. Illuminate the murder, the Thai champions in the qualifier, not standing down. Get themselves the chicken dinner for the 2nd match of today. The Thai team is going full aggression today.